Just do a quick intro here to the Lindex-Nicken machine tending solution we call a tender. You can see we've got a Fanuc M20i robot, and we have a bunch of shelves. Ultimately, we pick up off the shelf, place inside the machine. This is our standard configuration. This is our tender base. Comes with 5 shelves, and you can do 3 things inside those shelves. You can do a 6x6 pallet, which gives you 3 parts per shelf. So this face would have 15 parts on it, but this configuration 60 parts in the whole parts tower. Then you can do a 6x10 pallet and a 9x20 pallet. Then of course we've got our user interface here, which is 5 questions, 3 questions I think to get your programs loaded up and the next part up and running. For handguards, we have done a different configuration, and you can see here that basically we've replaced the shelves. Let's see. We've replaced our shelves with a gun rack looking shelf. So that allows for 2 places of 6 handguards. So that's 12 per face, which will be 48 for the entire parts tower. Go ahead and turn that back on so you can see them all in there. This isn't the correct end of arm tooling. We'd have a 2-jaw gripper, pick up the raw extrusion, place it in the machine. The M560 would do its job, picks it back up, puts it back in the machine. So if we look at, here's 48 parts in our tender, and if you have a fairly complex handguard, 20-minute cycle time, you get 16 hours unattended. Maybe you have a more simple extrusion and final design, and maybe your cycle time's around 10 minutes. And so if 48 parts, you'd have an unattended time of 8 hours. And so you might be interested in a second parts tower. So we have an additional parts tower, holds another 48 parts. So we can use this to clear 2 shifts. You can use this to clear 3 shifts and really set up and keep your machine spindle efficiency high. So that's really the main overview. Now, typically a handguard would have a second operation or an op 20, if you will. So we can go ahead and switch over to our op 20 options here, and if I come in and let's see, quickly turn those back on. Basically what we have done is we have taken that 9x20 pallet, we've mounted 3 handguards to it, and then you would switch over the tooling in your machine, probably using something like a shank or a Jergens or any of the many 0-point clamping systems that are available today. So that would look something like this. Let's see, we'll take out that, take out the driver, and we will add in the op 20 plate. So this would allow you to have let's see, 3 times 5 is 15. So again, 60 handguards for your op 20 available, and you could easily allow this to be done on your parts tower, that additional parts tower. So let's just go for 60. That's 60 op 20s now. Maybe that's 5 minutes. So you've got 5 hours of unattended runtime running your 60 op 20s. And maybe that's where you really want a second parts tower. You can get up to about 10 hours of cycle time, but you know there's ways to do this. Maybe you run your op 20s during the day, and you run your op 10s, you know, the second, third shift. Of course, you'll have a little bit of a bottleneck here because you're, well, maybe not. You're running 48 pieces your second, third shift, and you're running 60 pieces on your first shift. So you'd have to figure out how to, you know, realistically figure out what our real cycle times are, whether it's 20 minutes or it's 10 minutes or 24 minutes, whatever that number is. You got to figure that component out and then figure out the balance to control that bottleneck. But ultimately, this is our Handguards solution for unattended, automated, whatever you want to call it, to truly get that spindle efficiency.